This is an Evelyn guide in 5 minutes, and let's get right into it. Let's start by talking about Evelyn's mechanics. On the upper left bar, you can see that there's a lot of red flashy things. The one on the left are called burning embers, and the one on the right are called burning tethers. Basically, any attack will generate burning embers, which you can use to convert to burning tethers, which you will then use 3 of to cast a chain attack. As you can see, we're building burning embers right here. We're converting the ember into a tether, and then we are doing a chain attack. I will get deeper into the rotations in the rotation part of the video. Another thing is when you use your special, EX special, dodge counter or quick assist, you can see a string attached to an enemy like that. When that happens, Evelyn's core passive is active and you can get 25% extra crit rate. A note about her special, if you don't cancel her special, that string will drop off and you will lose the 25% crit rate buff, along with all the other benefits. As you can see, the string detonates, and now we are no longer tethered and we have no buffs. But when you cast EX special into basic attacks, you can see that actually animation cancels the detonation and the string sticks around, along with the buffs. If you swap off Evelyn, the string will also detach and you'll have to apply it again. So that's basically the gist of it. You want to build embers by doing actions to convert into tethers to do chain attacks. And then you also want to make sure that the string is always attached so that you can get the 25% crit rate buff, which is very important for a team passive and the overall DPS. Now let's talk about ult. You can see now that she has a jacket on. After doing an ult, for the first time, she'll enter a jacketless state. Now you may think this is just for cosmetics, but in her jacketless state, after the first ult, after the ult, she actually gains a burning theta, but also retains 1 point of burning theta every time she uses a chain attack from that point onwards. Like so. Not only is the armpit pose not gated behind a paid costume like Astra, but it also has utility in a fight. A big part of Evelyn's DPS is taking advantage of the stun window, and we'll be showing some rotations in the next section of the video. Now let's get on to the rotation part of the video. Evelyn's combo is best utilized when there are enemies with 3 chain attack windows. You can basically do 3 to 5 chain attacks depending on how many chain windows the enemy has, and also if you have Astra Yao's ult. First, we want to start off by building the resources for Evelyn, and then we want to stun the enemy. Once it's done, you want to go in with Evelyn. You want to do a chain cancel. You're going to go into Lighter, and then go back into Evelyn, and then do a chain attack. And then hold left click to get 2 stacks. E, and then left click again to chain attack. As you can see, that was 4 chain attacks in one combo. Now let's talk about W engines. The best is her signature that also provides you a 24% crit rate that makes it much easier for you to reach that 80% crit rate for that bonus juicy team passive. So whatever you do, make sure your Evelyn reaches at least 80% crit rate in battle. The Brimstone can also be a really good alternative. The best F2P option is Mercato Desire, which you got from the previous event. Not only does it give you crit rate so you can reach your 80% easier, but it also buffs your attack when you're doing EX special or chains, which is basically Evelyn's whole thing. Next section, let's talk about disc drives. I do recommend 4-piece Hormone Punk and 2-piece Inferno Metal. So the 4-piece Hormone set is pretty good because you can sort of control when this attack buff activates. Because your stun is on field, spending time trying to stun the enemy, once the enemy is stunned, you can sort of swap in to increase Evelyn's attack by 25% for 10 seconds, which is pretty good. For piece number 4, I do recommend crit damage percentage. For piece 5, I do recommend a fire damage bonus. And for piece 6, I recommend attack percentage. So substats you want to focus on is crit rate, at least until you reach 80% in battle. And then after that, you want to focus on crit damage. And then after crit damage, you want to focus on attack percentage. Now let's talk teams. Now you absolutely want to activate Evelyn's team passive. You need a stun or support character, which is really easy to get. This is by far the best team for Evelyn right now. It's Evelyn, Lider, and Astra Yao for obvious reasons. Astra Yao, great buffer, Lider, great stunner, and buffer for fire, and Evelyn just going ham with the DPS. Aside from that, you can mix and match as well, like Evelyn, Anbi, and Astra. Another one that's really good is Evelyn, Kaleda, Lucy. Evelyn, Anbi, and Lucy if you really want to be super F to P, but yeah, as long as you have a stun or support character and you satisfy this, you're good. That will be all for the Evelyn guy. I hope it helped, and I am going to enjoy my new character. Oh my gosh, those animations, jeez. Wow. Wow. Have a nice day. See ya. Bye-bye.